Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to do a quick video here. I'm going to do an updated room tour. A couple people did some videos a little while ago, and they kind of inspired me to do one. Not to mention about, maybe it's been about a month or so ago. I don't know if you kind of noticed maybe off in the corner that my videos were starting to look a little different in the background than they had prior. I had done some changing and rearranging around here and did a little more earlier this week. And so you guys know I love room tour videos. I love seeing them as well as doing them. So this is going to be an update of the new changes I made to my music room. By the way, song in the background, totally dedicated to LJ. Which obviously it's El DeBarge, Who's Johnny. I couldn't help it, LJ. I had to put that one on for you, man. But anyway, I just kind of give you a quick tour of the room and just show you some of the changes that I made. Most of it is the same for the most part. There are a few things I kind of switched around. So let me start off by going over here. Okay. So as always, this is still kind of my main listening area. I still have the same, wall of vinyl over here as well as over here. Whoa. Can't do that. This is really the one place where I change things around a little bit. If you remember, these two things were just kind of sitting side by side, and I had my receiver and stuff sitting on top, but I decided to stack them like this. I did that for two reasons, because number one, I wanted more of a desk area over here, kind of a area where I can work a little bit, if you will. And it was really interesting too, because I discovered after I made the change, I enjoyed being in my music area more when I have like a desk area like this set up, as opposed to just kind of music and then like chair or whatever. So I mean, it was like really evident when I pulled this desk in. I was like, wow, I'm actually enjoying being in the music area so much more than I did before. So that's definitely a good plus. But anyway, I just kind of put my receiver and stuff down here, as well as my CD player. Then same things up top. And I did put both of my turntables. This is still my music hall with the Parasound preamp. But then I also brought the Yamaha, the P350 in here as well. So now I have kind of access to both of those, which is kind of nice, going back and forth and everything. And this used to be that big L desk that I had in my old music room, like 2 music rooms ago, and I just took off the corner piece so I could have 2 separate small pieces. So anyway, it's definitely a change I like. It's made it much more enjoyable working here in my music area. Like I said, kind of same old here. Still got my tapes and everything over here. This wall hasn't changed at all. Still just all my metal and stuff up here, jazz, compilations, punk, soundtracks over there as well. Do have my guitar pedals and everything over here, and this is kind of where I play when I do play. There's my amp. Of course, I use headphones all the time, so I'm in kind of an apartment. But before, what I was doing is I just had this whole thing, and when I was done playing, I would just slide it underneath the couch and then pull it out. But then I thought, I almost never walk over here anyway, and I live by myself, so who am I putting it away for? So I just decided to kind of leave it out there now. But anyway, same Kiss figures and all that stuff over here. Now this is the area where I've made a little bit of a changes on the back side, was kind of rearranging this area back over here. I'll kind of give you a pan view before I go in and specifically kind of share with you what I did. But I've been here for like almost a year, and I've never really had any guests over for dinner or anything like that, and I never eat at my kitchen table. So I thought, why waste a table sitting out here in the middle of the floor and just mail piling on top of it and everything else? I figured I would turn this into kind of a little work area where I could process new stuff that came in and clean vinyl, like I'm kind of doing there right now, and all of that stuff, and not have to clutter up kind of the area where I sit and actually listen and talk to you guys on the net and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, a lot more clear here now. So that's kind of what I'm using this area over here for now. Not to mention it gave me a little bit of space to set up my VCR, so I can start watching some of my old videotapes again. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. It's like all this right here, these are all cassettes and stuff I've gotten from Goodwills and stuff lately, as well as CDs that I need to go through and listen to and put into the database before it all goes actually into my collection. So this is kind of going to be the processing station. Same thing with all the vinyl here. This is stuff that I need to listen to and go through or put in the database and all that stuff. And so yeah, it's kind of cool to have this big table area where I can just kind of, spread things out and clean vinyl and, kind of do whatever and watch some good old-fashioned 80s movies while I do that. So I moved my little computer over here as well, so this is kind of where I can, put stuff into my database. I got my R&B tapes off the floor, or from underneath the table, which was nice, so I stacked those up here. And just kind of as a decorative thing, I just kind of have some of my VHS tapes put up here, which I'll rotate just to kind of use them, as artwork a little bit. Some of my favorite 80s movies like Valley Girl, Weird Science, Spring Break, which is what's on there right now. Midnight Madness. If any of you guys are not familiar with that movie, you have got to check it out. I think that was Michael J. Fox's first movie. Good stuff though, just classic 80s there. And of course Teen Wolf. And a bunch of others too. I keep on my VHS right down there. But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of like I said, a new little processing station where I can get things a little messy and do what I need to do. And then I kind of took my CDs and rearranged them. Oh, vinyl Community Love Train stuff that needs to go out. This is all stuff that I need to get rid of, whether it's trade, given away, just any excess of things I have. So there's CDs, tapes, LPs, and everything in there. The wall here is pretty much the same. I've added a few new pieces up there. Still got my 45s there. And of course, the man, Laz, that's that awesome piece you sent me. Just had to get that up there. Which works out really nice. And then yeah, I just kind of took my CDs and just put them in somewhat of a some kind of semicircle, if you will, right here. So it's all basically the same still. It's kind of all metal and, hard rock, classic rock, 80s, 90s, 2000s. And then where the hip-hop ends right here, just kind of picks up right there again and keeps going. Then down below, still R&B and soundtracks and everything down there. So those are the basic changes that I made. And again, I really like this. I feel like the space is utilized so much more now, because before, like I said, it was just a kitchen table sitting there that I never used. So my dining room area has just become another part of the music room, which is really kind of cool, because I only have like this entire space right here as the main living area. And as of right now, there's like, regular living room stuff over there and TV and everything. Like everything else is all music related. So that's awesome. But, I live by myself and I love music more than anything. So why not make music most of my living space, which it kind of is at this point in time. So anyway, thanks for watching, VC. There's a few people that have posted some recent record room tours that really kind of inspired me to do another one. And for those of you that haven't done one yet, please do, because again, music room tours are absolutely my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. Alright, thanks, VC. Let me know what you guys think as always, and we will talk to you soon. Alright, take care.